Hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to my new channel. I want to change the way people view safe spaces and how safe spaces are seen. Now, I didn't really use safe spaces. They weren't my thing. However, I know what they're about. And I know why they're there. And I know why we need them. Now, I'm sure so many people have seen this meme, this internet picture that's been going around on social media. It shows some soldiers running into battle, surely running into certain death. But then it's got two pictures of two 18-year-old boys with their really colorful hair. And essentially, it's making fun of them because they're too delicate, they're too sensitive. See, safe spaces were designed not as a hangout for children to come and whine. Now, I'm gonna be the first one to say it. There are a ton of whiny, melodramatic, teenage kids. See, the thing is, the young adults, the youths that are using safe spaces, they're not a bunch of whiny, melodramatic teenage kids that have nothing to do but whine and cry because somebody made fun of their dress. And Jacob stole Sarah's boyfriend, and they can't handle it in the world. It's not a place for them to come and vent in that regard. That's what Facebook is for, and that's what all of you guys are doing. But the stigma, it does need to change. These safe spaces that are designated, and the kids who are using them, the young adults, college kids, high school kids, whatever. They're, in some ways, the bravest ones on campus. Have you ever looked at a safe space? They're usually right around the teachers' offices. They're done so uniquely by design that when a young person comes and uses it, there's always an adult, somebody who can help set them on the right track. Get them the help, the counseling that they need, because these kids have realized that I'm not okay. I am not okay. And it's not because there's anything wrong with them per se. It's all about things that everybody else perceives as wrong with them. Now these are the kind of young adults who've been assaulted by words for so long, and there is a reason why they say the pen is mightier than the sword. Because eventually a physical wound will heal, whereas the words inflicted upon people day in, day out, sometimes those wounds will never heal. They become scars and they fester until you don't know what to do with it anymore. Unless you find a way to get the help, to move on, to become stronger. And that's what these safe spaces are for. They've got to be the bravest young people. I mean, there's no other way. Because somehow they've gotten past the stigma that's associated with having ever used a safe space. The shame that comes with it, that they should have been stronger, but for some reason they weren't. Yet they still went there. All because some kids are strong enough to ask for help. And because they used a safe space, maybe their parents didn't have to bury them. A little brother didn't lose his older sister, and an older sister didn't lose her little brother. Because of those safe spaces, they got the help they need, they became stronger, and they became better people. People who are going to be loving and compassionate and caring. Some of these same people, some of these same young adults that use these safe spaces, some of them are going to go on to join the military. Some of them probably already have. They've joined the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, the Coast Guard, all over the world. And what do you know? They became those same kids. Those same brave young adults that are running into certain death. What if it were your kid? If your kid had such a tortured soul, and maybe they didn't want to tell you because then you would put a burden on you, and they let that fester, but instead of using a safe space where they were able to get the help they needed, they decided to end it. You don't have a kid anymore. And you keep asking yourself, what could have been done different? How could this have been avoided? But what if your kid used a safe space, and all of a sudden you get to see them graduate and get married or not get married, but still have a successful life, to be happy, to live, to love, to learn, to laugh, because they utilized that safe space. Think on that for a while. It would be awesome if you'd give this video a like. Maybe leave a comment. Have you ever used a safe space? What about your opinion on a safe space? Has this video made you think?